Oh, we're moving on to Star Trek now. We're moving on to Star Trek. Eh, dear. Right, this is from Giant Freaking Robot, Charlene Badassy, or Badassy, whatever. The best Star Trek showrunner, really, moving on from franchise. And there's Captain Picard. In one of the movies, don't know which one, probably Nemesis, looks like it, doesn't it? Terry Matalas, who worked as the sole showrunner on Star Trek Picard Season 3, is moving on from the franchise. Quote, I'm working on some things I can't talk about yet. Star Trek Legacy, coming mid-2025. And I'm meeting on some things I can't talk about. Star Trek Legacy. But they're cool, not Star Trek Legacy. It's just Star Trek Legacy without the hyphen. Not hyphen, colon. Anyway. Guys, there's no secret here. That's not a thing. I can tell you that I'm not working on anything Star Trek at the moment. Methinks he protests too much, Matalas explained in late February. There he is. While Terry Matalas is enthusiastically looking forward to what comes next for Star Trek without him, he's ready to return to the final frontier. He assured fans that he would be willing to contribute in any capacity. If they need somebody to paint the walls, I'll be there, whatever, he added. They know where to find me. If they ever wanted me, I would happily be a part of it. Yep, okay. And there's a nice fan-made wallpaper or whatever of the Enterprise refit with blue or purple, whatever. And the Miranda class. Terry Matalas also admitted it's probably from Star Trek 2, isn't it? You know, recreation or whatever. Anyway, Terry Matalas also admitted that he would love to return for Legacy if the project ever gets off the ground. Hang on. Except everyone has turned on Terry in the past 2 months, have they? I don't know. What do you mean by everyone? Everyone in the world or everyone connected with Picard Season 3? I don't know. So you should do a new show, Win Grace, because you read everything. While he failed to mention specific details, Matalas said he would love to revisit the 25th century with the next generation and new characters, next generation crew, whatever, and new characters. He also mentioned that his proposed storylines would involve Klingons and Worf, and Alexander. He said that as well. I keep seeing tons of YouTube content about him being crap. Oh, right. I haven't seen anything about him being crap. But I'm the first to say, Picard Season 3, while it were good and by far the best of the seasons of Picard, you know, it wasn't perfect, but I did enjoy it. Anyway, the Star Trek showrunner, and he did well with what he had. He didn't have a lot of money, did he? And he made the best Picard series. Anyway, the Star Trek showrunner discussed a potential structure for Legacy, explaining that he would like to find a balance between serialization and episodic storytelling, which I think they've done quite well in Strange New Worlds, to be completely honest. But anyway, Terry Matalas's hybrid approach would combine... I mean, that's what Star Trek's always been like, really, hasn't it? They've generally had, you know, even back to the TNG days, there's always been like background things going on, and you might not see it or hear about it for like half a season, but then it'll just come back suddenly, won't it? But anyway, I forgot what it was now. Terry Matalas' hybrid approach would combine longer story arcs with standalone of-the-week adventures. He cited The Shield as a perfect example of how serialised threads could interweave seamlessly with episodic formats. Speaking of stuff like The Shield and CSI, whatever, one of them's appeared on Netflix in the UK. I think it's CSI. I can't remember what it's called. And I've never ever watched any of those, but I've heard they're really good, so I might give them a whirl. Anyway, Star Trek Legacy was initially conceived as a spin-off from Star Trek Picard, which laid the groundwork for new stories in its season 3 finale. The discussion about a new show began in early 2022 with series creator Akiva Goldsman suggesting... he's an Oscar winner somehow. Suggesting new stories. Executive producer Terry Matalas expressed interest in the idea, and by May 2022, fans were also advocating for a spin-off. Yes, with over 60,000 signatures on an online petition. You just hit it on the head. People seem to think he had 30 million per episode and wasted it. No, he didn't. He had $1 million an episode or something like that, didn't he? While seasons 1 and 2 of Picard had something like $8 to $10 million per episode, didn't they? And he had hardly anything, which is why the whole season was set on ships, so they could use the standing sets and no location work. The Shield is much different from CSI. Shield's about corrupt cops. Yeah, I'm not on about. I'm just saying it's the popular, cop, procedural whatever, isn't it? I'm not saying it's the same. I'm saying it's, when people talk about those sorts of series, they talk about the Shield and CSI and NCIS and all them, don't they? But which I've never seen any of them. But one of them's popped up on Netflix in the UK. I think it's CSI, but I don't know which one. Or maybe all of them. I don't know, because there's various CSIs, isn't there? Terry Matalas actively championed the Star Trek Legacy concept, gaining support from various creatives involved in the franchise, but as more time passed, several Star Trek actors cast doubts, citing disruptions caused by Hollywood strikes and financial constraints as hurdles for the project. While best known for his work on Star Trek, Terry Matalas has worked on a slew of successful projects. The most notable is 12 Monkeys, which aired from 2015 to 2018. He served as the co-creator, showrunner and executive producer of the series, a sci-fi adaptation of the 1995 film of the same name. Speaking of stuff that might be coming back, did I see somewhere, was it Joseph Malozzi or one of those, talking about we may get a continuation of, I forgot what they call it now. Oh, that series he did, Dark Matter. Did I see, I'm sure I saw that somewhere. Did I dream it? I could have done. I'm sure I've seen that. We could get more, a continuation of Dark Matter, which would be fun. Anyway, the story, 12 Monkeys, follows a time traveller attempting to prevent the release of a deadly virus that leads to the near destruction of humanity. Before 12 Monkeys, Terry Matalas worked as a writer and producer on the popular series Nikita. The show was developed by Craig Silverstein and is based on the 1990 French film of the same name and the 1997 television series La Femme Nikita. The series stars... we're telling us all about Nikita. It stars Maggie Q, word count, innit? The series stars Maggie Q as the titular Nikita Mears, a former assassin who goes rogue to bring down the secret government agency that trained her. So it's Jason Bourne then, is it? Known as Division, the agency recruits young people and turns them into highly skilled operatives using questionable methods. Nikita wants to dismantle Division and protect innocent lives from the organisation's dangerous activities. Yeah, whatever. That's from season 2, innit? Episode 2, probably. I think it's episode 2, innit? Terry Matalas' contribution to the sci-fi genre and his storytelling abilities have gained him recognition in television. He won the 2024 Astra Award for Best Writing in a streaming drama series for his work on the Star Trek Picard episode The Last Generation. Is that it? Yes, it is. Star Trek Legacy coming mid-2025. There's a 2024 Dark Matter series coming to Apple. Oh, there we go. So that might be it then. I knew I'd seen it somewhere. Is he moving on from the franchise, or was he just blowing smoke up our bottoms? But, he did say he was not working on it too many times there. Let's count. Not Star Trek Legacy. It's not a thing. I can tell you I'm not working on anything Star Trek. So that's 3 negatives. Which makes a positive? I don't know. So he is working on Star Trek. That's my prediction. My, what was it? TOYG notifications, whatever, I don't know. Right, let's move on. But Star Trek Legacy is coming mid-2025. If it does, I'll explode. Anyway.